or indirectly on agriculture. It provides raw material to the industries, and due to this, some industries are totally based on agriculture. India earns foreign exchange by exporting agriculture products. It contributes approximately one third to the GDP. It provides food to over 130 million population. Now, what is agriculture? When we are talking about agriculture, it is not related with only farming. Agriculture includes other things also. Agri means land, culture means to cultivate. So production of food, feed, fiber, and other goods by systematic growing of plants, science, art, and business of cultivating soil, producing crops, and raising livestock. And agriculture is affected by several factors like climate. Climate, which includes temperature and rainfall, which influence the crops. Relief feature, that is mountains, plains, desert, that also played an important role in the agriculture, as northern plains are good for the agriculture activities. Again, soil, that is alluvial soil is good for the food crops. Black soil is good for the cotton. Technology, machines and irrigations, that are two types of technology that increase yields, that is the production. And capital, if we have to increase the production, that means we require capital also. And some type of specifically plantation agriculture is called capital intensive agriculture. And markets, according to the demands, production is required, and we have to change the according to the demands. And the most important factor is government policies. Government influences crop production through rules and regulations, subsidies, and quotas. Now, after that, we'll discuss about types of farming. So basically, when we are talking about types of farming, agriculture, which is an age-old economic activity in our country, and over the years, cultivation methods have changed significantly, and it depends upon characteristics of physical environment, technological know-how, and socio-cultural practices. So farming also varies from subsistence to commercial farming. So now we will discuss one by one about different farming production activities. So now first, primitive subsistence farming. When we are talking about primitive, that means the primitive methods, the old methods, substances means for the self-consumption. That means the farming which is used for the self-consumption in the old times. Now it is practiced in few pockets of India. That means in some parts of India, and in this type of farming, small patches of land, and after that primitive tools and labor, that is family labor. And this type of farming depends upon monsoon and natural fertility of the soil and suitability of other environmental conditions to the crops grown. After that, last year also we have discussed about slash and burn agriculture. So this type, it is also slash and burn agriculture. And for this, farmer clear a patch of land and produce cereals and other food crops to sustain their family. Low production, no use of fertilizers, no use of modern equipments. This type of shifting allows nature to replenish the fertility of the soil through natural process and production load. And it is known by different names in different parts of the country. Last year also we have discussed different names of this type of agriculture, like Jhuming in northeast, in Manipur it is Pamlo, but in different countries are also having different names of this type of agriculture, like it is known as Milpa in Mexico, Central America. In Venezuela, it is known as Congu, Roca in Brazil, Meselo in Central Africa, Ray in Vietnam. So these are the different names, this agriculture in different parts of the world. Now after that, we will discuss about intensive substances farming. Intensive substances farming practiced in areas where high population is there, and that is called labor intensive farming, where high doses of biochemical inputs and irrigation are used for obtaining higher production. And in India, right of inheritance, that means division of land among successive generation due to this small holding of land size, which is uneconomical, and the farmers continue to take maximum output from the limited land. Due to this enormous pressure on agricultural land in this type of agriculture. Next, that is commercial farming. As it says by the name, it is grown for the selling in the market for the commercial purpose, and again large land holdings, adequate irrigation facilities, use of high doses of modern inputs, and modern inputs means modern farming methods, that means HYV seeds, chemical fertilizers, insecticides and pesticides. But degree of commercialization of agriculture varies from one part to another. That is, if we are talking about Punjab and Haryana, rice is called commercial crop, but in Odisha, it is a subsistence crop. And after that, plantation agriculture. It is also a type of commercial farming. And this is interface of agriculture and industries. In this type of farming, single crop grown on a large area. It is also called capital intensive because large capital is required for this type of agriculture. It requires skilled labor with the help of migrant, because cheap labor is also required, and maximum production for the market. It requires good network of transport and communication and market also. The best example, tea, coffee, rubber, banana, etc. So after that, we will discuss about cropping pattern. When we are talking about the cropping pattern, these are also reflected in agricultural practices, various types of food and fiber crops, vegetables, and fruits, spices, etc. Some of the important crops grown in the country. So India has three types of cropping seasons, or we can say cropping pattern, that is Rabi, Kharif and Zaid. Now one by one we will discuss about different cropping seasons. When we are talking about Rabi crops, Rabi crops are sown in winter from October to December and harvested in summer from April to June. And the important crops are wheat, barley, peas, gram, mustard. Though these crops are grown in large parts of India, and that is from north and northwestern parts like Punjab, Haryana, Himachal, Jammu and Kashmir, Uttarakhand, and Uttar Pradesh. As availability of precipitation, that means the rainfall, during winter's months due to the western temperate cyclones helps in the success of these crops and the success of green revolution in Punjab, Haryana, Western UP, and parts of Rajasthan. That is an important factor in the growth of Rabi crops, especially wheat and rice. After that, next cropping season is Kharif crops. When we are talking about the Kharif crops that are grown with the onset of monsoon and that is harvested in September, October. Important crops like paddy, maize, jowar, bajra, tur, that is pulses, moong, urad, etc. Some of the most important rice cropping regions are Assam, West Bengal, coastal region because rice is a water requirement is higher. Paddy has also become